Did you know that General MacArthur's personal life held a secret so shocking it could have altered history? While the film MacArthur, 1977, focuses on his military career, one little-known fact about his private life was deliberately omitted. This hidden detail not only reveals a different side of the legendary general, but also raises questions about how it might have influenced his decisions. Could this secret have changed the course of World War II? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind this intriguing omission and its potential impact on the film's portrayal. General MacArthur's family background is a fascinating tapestry of military legacy and global exposure, shaping the man who would become one of America's most iconic generals. Born in 1880, just 15 years after the Civil War, MacArthur entered a world still reeling from its aftermath. His father, Arthur MacArthur, was a Medal of Honor recipient, celebrated for his bravery at the Battle of Missionary Ridge in 1863. This heritage set the stage for Douglas MacArthur's own military ambitions. At just 25, he was posted to Japan, serving as an aide to his father and gaining first-hand experience with Japanese military installations. This was no ordinary assignment. It was the beginning of a lifelong connection to the Far East. Over the years, MacArthur's travels took him across Asia, from Shanghai to Singapore, and eventually back to the Philippines, where he played a pivotal role in training local forces. This extensive exposure to the region not only honed his strategic mind, but also deepened his understanding of the complexities of the Pacific theater. Could this unique background have been the key to his later decisions? The film MacArthur, 1977, captures his military prowess, but it's this lesser-known family legacy and global experience that truly shaped the man behind the legend. Now, let's dive into one of the most iconic scenes in MacArthur, 1977, the duty, honor, country speech. What you might not realize is just how historically accurate this moment was, not just in words, but in setting. During filming, actress Margie Ducey became only the third woman in history to occupy the West Point Cadet mess poop deck while the Corps of Cadets was assembled. The first two, none other than Queen Elizabeth II and the real Mrs. MacArthur herself. This detail adds a layer of authenticity to the scene, showcasing the film's commitment to historical precision. It's a small but significant nod to the real-life figures who shaped MacArthur's legacy. And while the speech itself is a powerful moment in the film, knowing this behind-the-scenes trivia makes it even more remarkable. It's these little details that remind us how deeply the filmmakers respected the history they were portraying. Now, let's delve into one of the most controversial moments in General MacArthur's career, his sacking by President Truman. While the movie MacArthur, 1977, doesn't explicitly state it, Truman relieved MacArthur of his command through an order from the Joint Chiefs of Staff signed by General Omar N. Bradley on April 10, 1951. This decision wasn't just a military move, it was a political earthquake. Truman's approval rating plummeted to a staggering 22% by February 1952, the lowest of any president in the 20th century. Why does this matter? Because it highlights the immense public support MacArthur had, even as his insubordination and clashes with Truman over the Korean War strategy divided the nation. This moment wasn't just about a general losing his job. It was a clash of egos, ideologies, and the very direction of American foreign policy. It's a reminder that history's turning points are often as much about personalities as they are about principles. Now, let's uncover a surprising behind-the-scenes detail about MacArthur, 1977. While the movie takes us across Asia and the South Pacific, following General MacArthur's historic journey, you'd never guess where it was actually filmed. Despite its exotic settings, the entire film was shot in the USA. That's right, no international travel required. The production team cleverly transformed American locations to mimic the diverse landscapes of the Philippines, Japan, and other Pacific regions. This not only saved costs, but also showcased the creativity of the filmmakers. Imagine recreating the bustling streets of Manila or the serene beaches of the Pacific right here in the States. It's a testament to the power of cinema to transport us anywhere, even when the crew never left home. So, the next time you watch MacArthur, keep an eye out for those familiar American backdrops masquerading as far-flung locales. It's a fun reminder of how movie magic can blur the lines between reality and imagination. Now, let's explore the sheer magnitude of General MacArthur's ticker tape parade, a spectacle that still resonates in history. On April 2, 1951, New York City came to a standstill as an estimated 7 to 10 million people lined the streets to celebrate MacArthur's return. A reporter on the scene marveled, "I've never seen anything like it. The entire city has come out to celebrate America's greatest hero." To put this in perspective, this crowd surpassed the combined turnout for Charles Lindbergh's historic parade in 1927 and Dwight Eisenhower's post-Wales We've Shovel Way celebration in Lindbergh's parade, following his groundbreaking transatlantic flight, was hailed as the greatest welcome in the history of the city, while Eisenhower's drew an estimated 4 million people. Yet, MacArthur's event eclipsed them both, solidifying his status as a larger-than-life figure. This wasn't just a parade, it was a testament to his enduring legacy and the nation's admiration for his leadership. What makes this moment even more fascinating is how it reflects the cultural and historical significance of ticker tape parades, a tradition spanning over 50 years by that time. So, as we watch this scene in MacArthur 1977, we realize just how historically accurate this moment was, not just in scale, but in its emotional impact on a nation. Now, let's delve into the producer's perspective on General MacArthur's complexity. Frank McCarthy, the producer of MacArthur 1977, once offered a fascinating insight into the differences between MacArthur and General Patton. McCarthy noted, both were complex men, but General MacArthur was complex on a much broader scale. While Patton's ambition was singularly focused on being a soldier and commanding a field army, MacArthur's aspirations extended far beyond the battlefield. MacArthur's complexity, according to McCarthy, was rooted in his multifaceted personality and his ambitions that transcended military command. This distinction sheds light on why MacArthur remains such a compelling figure. His life was a tapestry of military strategy, political maneuvering, and personal ambition. It's this very complexity that makes his story so captivating and challenging to portray on screen. As we continue to explore MacArthur's legacy, it's clear that his broader scale of complexity is what sets him apart from his contemporaries, making him a figure of enduring fascination. Now, let's uncover a lesser-known but shocking aspect of General MacArthur's true story. Did you know that Dwight D. Eisenhower secretly wanted MacArthur to remain on Corregidor, even if it meant his capture or death? This isn't just a rumor, it's a strategic move rooted in Eisenhower's concerns. MacArthur, as a former chief of staff of the army, held immense knowledge, and Eisenhower feared he might interfere with his own plans for promotion. Allowing MacArthur to fall into enemy hands would eliminate a potential rival, while keeping sensitive information out of reach. It's a dark twist in their relationship, revealing the cutthroat politics behind the scenes of wartime leadership. This fact not only sheds light on Eisenhower's calculated ambitions, but also adds a layer of intrigue to MacArthur's miraculous escape from Corregidor. What if he hadn't made it out? History might have unfolded very differently. Now, let's explore a fascinating, yet lesser-known aspect of MacArthur's legacy, his complex relationship with the Medal of Honor. While many believe he earned it for his bravery in Veracruz in World War I, MacArthur himself viewed the medal as a propaganda tool for the war effort. Interestingly, he never wore it or even displayed the ribbon on his uniform. This ambivalence is striking, especially considering his other accolades. 2 Distinguished Service Crosses and 7 Silver Stars, the nation's second and third highest awards for valor. Why did MacArthur distance himself from the Medal of Honor? Was it humility or something deeper? This intriguing contradiction adds another layer to his already complex persona, leaving us to wonder about the man behind the medals. While General MacArthur's bravery was never in question, there was one moment that revealed a rare glimpse of vulnerability. According to his aide, Sidney Huff, MacArthur turned white when handed the order to leave the Philippines, signed by President Roosevelt. This reaction, though fleeting, was unprecedented for a man known for his unshakable resolve. The historical context makes this moment even more striking. The Philippines were under siege by Japanese forces, and MacArthur's evacuation was a bitter pill to swallow. Leaving meant abandoning his troops and a promise to return, a promise that would define his legacy. This rare display of fear underscores the weight of the decision and the emotional toll of leadership in wartime. It's a humanizing moment that reminds us even the most legendary figures face moments of doubt. Now, let's shift our focus to a lesser-known chapter in MacArthur's story, the life of his son, Arthur MacArthur. Despite being the son of one of America's most celebrated generals, Arthur had never set foot in the United States until he was 13 years old. This surprising fact becomes even more intriguing when you consider the circumstances of their return. It wasn't until General MacArthur was relieved of duty by President Truman in 1951 that the family finally came back to the States. But the spotlight that followed Arthur as the general's son proved overwhelming. He eventually retreated from public life, living under an assumed name as a long-term resident of a New York hotel, fiercely avoiding the media ever since. This quiet, enigmatic existence stands in stark contrast to his father's larger-than-life persona, leaving us to wonder about the weight of such a legacy. Now, let's dive into a fascinating piece of cinematic history tied to MacArthur. You've likely seen the iconic footage of an atomic explosion, a haunting image that defines the power of the nuclear age. But here's the twist. The explosion you're thinking of isn't from Hiroshima. It's actually from the 1946 Baker test of Operation Crossroads conducted on the Bikini Atoll. Why? Because the plane tasked with filming the Hiroshima explosion got lost. Yes, lost. The only footage captured was of the mushroom cloud in the aftermath. This unexpected origin story adds a layer of intrigue to the imagery we associate with MacArthur's era. It's a reminder of how history and media intersect, often in ways we don't expect. So, the next time you see that explosion, remember, it's not just a symbol of destruction, but also a tale of human error and the complexities of documenting history. Now, let's explore a surprising transformation that happened behind the scenes of the 1977 film MacArthur. At the start of filming, Gregory Peck, who portrayed General Douglas MacArthur, openly disliked the man he was said to embody. But as the cameras rolled and Peck delved deeper into MacArthur's life, something unexpected happened. Peck began to see MacArthur in a new light, understanding the immense challenges he faced during his career. By the end of filming, Peck not only admired MacArthur but also publicly stated he believed President Harry S. Truman was wrong to relieve him of his command in Korea in April 1951. This shift in perspective highlights the power of storytelling and the complexities of historical figures. It's a fascinating reminder that even the most polarizing figures can reveal unexpected layers when examined closely. Show, scene from movie. As we wrap up, let's uncover one last fascinating detail about MacArthur. Did you know that the film's director, Joseph Sargent, initially had reservations about casting Gregory Peck as General MacArthur? Yet, Peck's transformative performance not only silenced doubts but also became a defining moment in his career. And here's another intriguing tidbit. The iconic atomic explosion footage you've likely seen wasn't just a special effect. It was real, repurposed from historical archives to add authenticity to the film. These behind-the-scenes stories make MacArthur a true cinematic treasure. Dive deeper into its history and discover more about the making of this classic